All right, here's another one. I'm living in Pennsylvania at the time, so it's 1971, 72, something like that, right? So I come home. Jimmy's working at Morris County Community College, really, taking off Thursdays and Fridays. Anyway, I come home. He's laying on a couch. So we started talking about something, and I mentioned that I was thinking about buying some stock or something like that. So he goes, he says, I decided land. That's what I'm going to put my money in. So I said, really? That's a good idea. Hey, that's a good idea. What are you thinking about? He said, I'm thinking about it. I already did it. I said, what's that? He said, I bought some land, 5 acres. I said, really? 5 acres? Where did you buy 5 acres? Colorado. He says, Colorado. He says, Colorado. What'd you pay for it? He says, $5,000, $1,000 an acre. He looks at me. He says, "Hey, where are you going to buy land for $1,000 an acre?" I mean, he says, "Hey, a lot here in Little Falls is 40 grand, and that's like 100 by 150. This is an acre for 1,000." So I look at him. I go, "Well, I don't know, but I live in Pennsylvania, and in Perry County, I could buy land for $500 an acre." He goes, "Get out of here, $500 an acre." I said, "Hey, I'm telling you right now. Now it's on a hillside, it's probably up in coal country there. You can't do much with it, but people buy them like they put hunting lodges up there and stuff like that. I said, you just don't know where the land is you bought." I said, "How'd you buy it?" He said, "Well, it was in Forbes magazine. There was this thing in Forbes, land deal. But it says if you visit the land within the first year and you don't, you want to change your mind, you can get out of the deal and they'll give you your money back." I said, "Yeah, but you got to go to Colorado to check out the land. So he goes, "Oh, yeah, but I'm driving Dennis out. Denny's going to school out in New Mexico. So he's going to school in Portales, New Mexico, New Mexico State at Portales. So he said, I'm driving out with him. And so when I finish up there, I'm going to fly up to Colorado because we're going out in Dennis's car. I'm going to fly up to Colorado and then, fly home. So I'll get a chance to look at the land." I said, "That's okay. So anyway, I'll tell you all about that trip sometime we took with Dennis. But anyway, he and then drive out to New Mexico when he started school. And so he drops Den off. He gets on a flight, flies to Colorado, goes to the real estate office for his place, right? So he says, I get in the real estate office. The guy says, "Okay, let's go out and take a look at your land." So he says, we go outside. He said, "Now, we get into this big off-road vehicle." And he says, so right off the bat, I'm like, "Ooh, this doesn't look good. This does not look good." And he said, plus flying in, he said, it's not New Jersey. He said, "I'm looking down." He said, "Oh, there's a lot of land out here, man, with nothing on it. So they drive out with this off-road vehicle. He says, he said, "We're on this dirt road bumping all along." And he said, "We're on like the side of a hill. Big." He said, "A hill, this is a mountain. In New Jersey, this is a mountain. So he said, we're up on the side of this big, he calls it a hill. He said, but the guy I'm driving with calls it a hill. He said, this is a mountain to me. And he said, then he stops. We get out of the truck. He said, we look down over this valley. And he said, you could put the state of New Jersey in this valley. That's what we're talking about in terms of a valley." And he says, guy says, "Now your 5 acres are on that," because if it's a valley, the other side is a mountain. On the other side, he says, "Your 5 acres are up on that mountainside over there." Duff looks at him and says, "Give me the money." Give me the money, man. It was, I could see him now. So, getting out of the truck, looking at the land, like, "Whoa, is that a good deal?" Fortunately, he drove out there, but I think that was the last big land deal. He never really did real good on land deals. So he bought a place in, I forget what the heck he bought it in New Jersey, but it didn't turn out so good. So he was not a really good real estate tycoon, if you want to call it. Anyway, it was a funny conversation. His eyes when I said I could buy land for $500 an acre, in right over in Pennsylvania. Anyway, that's another story.